Namaste and welcome to Pramanic Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. Okay. Today we are going to talk about Venus and Rahu conjunction. We all know the Venus stands for beauty and relationship, and Rahu is a transforming agent. Rahu is the planet of change, and it brings in the transformation in one's life. We talked about Rahu's sun, how it brings in the soul level transformation, then Rahu's sun, the mind level transformation, then Rahu Mars, the most energetic combination. Today we are going to talk about Rahu Venus. This is by far the most indulgent of all the conjunctions of Rahu with any of the planet. Rahu is the planet of material things, obsession, and passionately following something in life. It is a futuristic, abundant energy which is following something passionately. And Venus is the planet which is about luxury, about relationship, compassion, and more than anything, Venus represents love. Venus represents the femininity, sensitivity, and love and sex and marriage, the long term relationship. What it has to do with Rahu? Rahu is the planet of illusion and obsession. Now it is with this Venus. So it becomes the most indulgent of all the conjunctions. This is a great combination for any of the materialistic pursuits. Let's say you have Venus and Rahu conjunct into the the sign of Libra, or into the sign of Gemini, or any of the sign of uh, Venus. It will give you great result. But more than Taurus, it will give good results in Libra because of its refinement. Okay, we'll talk about what exactly is this energy all about. When you have Rahu placed close to your Venus, it shows need for a person to harmonize and understand their relationships better. This person, whenever you see Rahu and Venus together, you will see that these person are impulsive, and they are into the compulsive behavior when it comes to the Venusian activities. Like they may be a person who loves to eat luxurious food or exotic food. Okay, they won't settle for anything less than best. Let's say if we have Rahu Venus conjunction into the sign of Leo, these people will be fond of food. They will visit exotic restaurants every weekend, and it's normal for them to go and enjoy such kind of food. This is nothing but Rahu involving into the Venusian activities. Okay, and whenever you see this combination, you will always see that a relationship is one of the key areas for these people to work upon in this lifetime. In this lifetime, Rahu wants them to work in the area of relationship. These people will often get involved into a relationship wherein they will not look at the person as a whole, but they will look at some only a partial part of the person and will get impressed by it. Let's say there is one guy who is an intelligent guy. So a person falling in love with him will only look at his intelligence and won't see if he is if he's having any other bad qualities or any qualities which I cannot tolerate in my life. Okay, but while getting into love, into the impulsive love, these people will not think about it. And later on, when they are into the relationship, they realize that, oh, this is not the guy or this is not the girl I was looking for, because they see only a part. Why it happens is Rahu is the shaky foundation. Always remember. Okay. So Rahu will make these people illusion around the relationship. Okay. And one more thing I have observed with these people is whenever they get into relationship, there is always a sense that I could have, I could have met someone better. Okay. We all have this kind of feeling when we are in relationship. Those who are old enough, they can understand what I'm talking about. Like, we always feel that I could have got better, but these people have these impulses right from the beginning once they start getting into relationship, because most of the times they just jump into the relationship without thinking twice. And this is the challenge with this placement. Okay, guys, if you are getting value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, so wherever you see this placement, the another thing about this placement is, just like Rahu Mars, wherever this placement of Rahu and Venus is, you will see a boost to that house. You will see abundant energy into that house. You will get lot of opportunities in that house. Okay, but all this into the non-living things. Whenever it comes to the living things, it brings in the challenges. Let's say you have Rahu and Venus into the sign of, into the third house. Third house is the house of your courage. Venus is all about communication and, media. So Venus in a way can connect with the third house with media and communication, and Rahu can relate to third house because of the energy, courage, self effort, and Kama Trikon house. So Rahu loves this. But when it comes to the siblings of these people, they will face the challenge. These people may not have a great relationship with the siblings. So let's say you have Rahu and Venus conjunction into the fifth house. Okay, so it shows that you will have a great sense of creativity, but you will not, you know um, you cannot always expect the same from your children, because children is a living signification of the fifth house, and that can bring in challenge in your life. Let's say you have Venus and Rahu conjunction into the 10th house. 10th house is the house of career. So these people get lot of opportunities when it comes to the career, and that too with the creative aspect, depending upon sign. Let's say in Leo, I love Rahu in Leo. I like to see those people. They simply pop out among the crowd. Okay, and when Venus is accompanied with that, it gives it even more magnetism to it. Okay, here is a secret about Venus and Rahu. Whenever you see Venus close to Rahu, or Venus or Rahu close to Venus, it gives those people a great beauty. They are endowed with beauty and a great sense of magnetism. With Rahu always give that magnetic look, because it is the illusion. Okay, we talked about this in Rahu's sun. Rahu's sun will give you magnetism. Rahu moon will give magnetism to women, and Rahu Venus will make you sexy, will make you attractive, will make you sensual. Okay, and in a way it brings in even more, in a way this brings in even more cautious because they don't have to jump into the relationship now, because they are going to get opportunity because they are beautiful, and they don't have to get into an impulsive jump into the relationship. This is the challenge with this placement. They have to be cautious while choosing a partner. They have to look at all the aspects of the relationship. When we grow up, when you grow up, when you have a couple of breakups, or when you are through some of the relationships, or you start dating somebody, then you start knowing about the relationship, like how things work. But when you are impulsive in your teens, you simply jump into a relationship, and these people might have unusual relationship, like age difference, the cultural difference, the mostly age difference and cultural difference can be there with respect to the partner. See, Rahu is the planet of unusual things, and venus is the planet of Venus is the planet of the relationship. So anytime you see this, always see the relationship aspect of this person. Okay, always focus on that. There has to be some unusual things, and unusual doesn't mean bad. Okay, unusual doesn't mean bad. Unusual simply means unusual. Okay, let's say you have like Sachin Tendulkar has, age difference with his wife. He don't have this combination, but I'm just putting this as an example. They have an unusual age difference. Doesn't mean bad. Okay, so Rahu brings in those kind of social challenges as well with respect to your relationship. Okay, another thing, whenever I see Rahu and Venus, these people are capable of handling large amount of money. Okay, and when I say large, real large, I'm not talking about couple of crore rupees, but real large amount of money these people can handle. They can do it on their own. Okay, so Venus is the planet of wealth, Rahu is the planet of obsession. So these people can handle any amount of wealth. Okay, if these people can exercise the control, if they can give direction to their relationship, these people can rule the Venusian realm. These people can get the best out of the Venusian things. Okay, but again, Rahu is a shaky foundation. They will always feel something, unusual with their relationship, and they will try to feel these things, fill up these things with, unusual things, or things which are taboo in the society, and that can create further problems for these people. Otherwise, to 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 win this puzzle of Rahu and Venus, I would highly recommend people with this combination to be focused on a partner and thoroughly examine that partner. Even if you are in a relationship, spend some time with your partner, and then only commit to a long term relationship, because the moment you commit to long term relationship, you start feeling that you are doing something wrong, and that is Rahu and Venus. Okay, don't worry about the non-living things, like if it is into the 10th house and career and money, it will come. It will also make you attractive, as I said. So you don't have to worry about that. On that part, focus should be on thoroughly checking and examining the partner you're connecting to. Do you really love that person, or you are getting attracted to that person for you know for a shorter period of time, or it's just a attraction? You have, and it is very difficult for these people to really figure that out on themselves when it is happening. They will never realize that it is an attraction, and they don't want to get into that. They will only realize it when they will commit. And that is the challenge with these people. Okay. So guys, if you are getting value from this video, please hit the like button. Now we are going through your question. Are you able to hear me properly now? I have to see this. Yes. Okay. So before that, Rahu is our subconscious desires, and Venus is our conscious desires. So the planet of conscious desires connect with the planet of subconscious desires. So these people are always about the material things, and Rahu will help Venus to achieve the success in Venusian realm. When I say Venusian realm, it is all about creativity, wealth, and relationship. Okay. Next. And when it, in fact, you won't believe that, but this is one of the best combination for the spirituality. If the tone of the planet, if the tone of the chart is spiritual, you will see these people are jumping from one relationship to other. They are getting the disappointment, and this disappointment is, this is a fictional disappointment created by themselves. Okay. If they can have that consciousness to understand what's happening in, within a moment they can improve their relationship, but that won't happen with these people. They will keep on doing the same things again, and that is the challenge. Okay. You will never see these people, if you're looking at them, you will see you should have done that. You can see clearly what these people should do, but they themselves won't understand it. Okay. And that is the challenge with Venus Rahu conjunction. And now let us look at, okay, I was talking about the spiritual aspect of it. So the moment they get disappointment and they realize that relationships are not making them happy, and then the search for that spiritual thing begins. Okay. We all have certain triggers in our life, which really creates that moment, which really brings in that moment when we realize that yes, we have to do it. Okay. And until then it is just a normal normal life. But the moment you had that awakening, the moment you have that realization, things change upside for you. Like you are never the same person. You will never feel the same emotions again. You will never feel that lack once you have that awakening. And for some of us we have this placement to become the spiritual person. We all are spiritual beings having human experience, but we, at the moment we see these things, material things, shaky, we start questioning our existence. We start questioning, why me? You start questioning about what's happening. You have no idea about, you have no clue about. You start questioning everything, and that is the beauty of it. Okay. I always like to give the analogy of the people. Imagine the successful people, if they would have got something mediocre before in their life. Let's say Amitabh Bachchan would have accepted that job in the radio station. We would have missed the legend. right? So these failures are, the stepping stones for the higher success. Just like your material success or material failure is the stepping stone to go to the next level of spirituality, to the higher awakening, to become that vibrational match, or seeking what your true self is. It might sound weird to you, but your failures will pay you off. Your failures will help you to get ahead in life. These failures are important. Failures or anything which you feel restricted by will play a great role in your liberation. Okay, we'll talk about this. Maybe we'll start a podcast and we'll talk about it. But Rahu Venus is the puzzle, and you have to solve it with the caution, with the deliberate effort towards the relationship. You don't have to get away or run away from the relationship, and not to jump into a relationship without thinking twice. Always remember. Okay, now I'm going to the questions. If you have any question, please share them into the comment section, and don't put your question, the same question again and again. Just put it once so that we will have limited questions and we can answer all of the questions. Okay, if you have different question or if you want to give any clarification, you can always give that. Okay, please don't spam. It will help all of us. Okay, and guys, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps me. RF, yeah, I have Rahu and Venus in Swati Nakshatra in the 8th house. Great. When you have Rahu and Venus into the Swati Nakshatra, it is, see, Swati is a nakshatra ruled by Venus, not Venus, by Rahu. It is Rahu's own nakshatra. So you can apply all these signification to the Rahu in the Swati, or, Rahu Venus is very close to Swati. So it is a great combination. And when it is happening in the 8th house, when Rahu is in the 8th house, it's very difficult. As an astrologer, I feel really challenging situations when I face someone with the Rahu in the 8th house. Very difficult to predict. It is given that we are going to get wrong in some of the predictions because of this illusionary Rahu into the deep 8th house. Very difficult to predict anything about this person. And when it is connected with some of the planet like Venus, you have to look at which are the houses ruled by Venus. Those houses are getting underground. Those houses are getting hidden. Let's say you have 7th lord into the 8th house. So these people will have secretive relationships. Like, he might be one of the biggest celebrities, but you will never see his wife, or you will never know their husband. You will never know their partner. Something like that. Their 7th house is hidden. You will never know that. Or their 5th house into the 8th house. You will never know where their children are. In which school do they go. They are celebrity, they are public figure, but you will never look at them. You will never know what's happening with their children. It's that secretive. Okay, so RF, I hope you have got the answer. Rahu Venus into the Swati Nakshatra, amazing results. You can expect the best of the Rahu qualities into this nakshatra, because of the emissary is Rahu, or the messenger, I like to call it. Messenger is Rahu, and it will, now depending upon the house placement, just go about it. Okay, next is J. Do you have a video for Ketu Venus? Please do one too, that will be helpful. Yes, Jay, we are going to, once we complete with the Rahu conjunction, then we are going to do with the Ketu conjunctions with the planet. Then we will start with Rahu Ketu nakshatras, then Mahadasha. There is a lot to talk about. Lords through houses, Dasha, and there is an ocean we have to cover. But most definitely we will be coming up with Ketu and Ketu conjunct with all the planets video. Now, Vinay Shelke, is it applicable to Rahu transiting over Venus in natal chart? Like currently Rahu transiting over Taurus, I have Venus in Taurus in the 5th house. Okay. When you have transits, see, transits are important, but more than transit, dashas are important. Okay. See, there are three part of your chart. First is your natal chart, right? Let's say you're born on some date, on some time at some place. You will take a screenshot of that at the time of the sky. So that becomes your chart. Okay. Let's say you're saying you have Taurus Venus into that 5th house. Now, when transiting Rahu goes over your Venus, it activates that Venus. It activates that Venus, but that is only a part of it. Okay, there is more to it than just Rahu and Venus. So it you won't expect the effect of conjunction when it is transiting over your natal placements. Okay, it will only trigger some of the events in your life related to the houses ruled by Venus, and it will manifest with this inherent combination. Like it will show these kind of indications as well as we are discussing, but a very milder ones. Conjunction is the direct, active, and strongest indications you will ever see. Okay, the trine aspect will also have the effect. The other combinations will have also effect, like kendra sambandha will also have an effect, but conjunction is direct and uh, prominent effect. I hope you have got your answer. Arun Bhaumik, can't wait to see you. Thank you, Arun ji. We have just started. Neha Chitut, hi. Hello, Neha ji. Shiv Dayal Thareja, what will be the outcome if Sun, Rahu, and Venus are in the 11th house of Leo Lagan? Amazing. When it is into the Leo Lagna and Rahu is into the sign of Gemini, by now you must have you know, you must have know that I love Rahu into the sign of Gemini, because Gemini is a sign which really accepts the Rahu well in the sign of the Rahu energy is accepted well into the sign of Gemini. Okay. When I imagine Rahu into the sign of Gemini, I see them as a shrewd people. Now, Rahu, the planet, Rahu is a demon. Okay. Rahu is a Swarabhanu. And now this demon is into the friendly yet, you know, the diplomatic, not diplomatic, but business minded Rashi of Gemini. So these people are extremely diplomatic. These people have the I think we have also talked about this. When you have Rahu Mars into the Gemini, these people will come up with some unusual tactics which will surprise their enemies. Why? Because the diplomatic and the youthful energy of Gemini will give fresh ideas to this Rahu. Okay, so 11th house Rahu, Sun and Venus, Sun, Rahu, and Venus, amazing when it comes to the connecting with people and networking, the 11th house. Okay, guys, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology, I am conducting 33 days Vedic astrology boot camp. Link will be in the description below. Okay, or any of my videos in the description. Go and enroll yourself for that and start learning Vedic astrology step by step. Okay, next question. Desai PT, hello sir, I like your videos and always watch those which apply to me. Great. Desai PT, this I my first time joining you live. Great, welcome Desai PT. Next is Desabity, sir, what time and how many times a week do you come live? Usually, I come live later in the evening, like around from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. most of the times. Or I like to come live at 7 a.m. But I don't know how many of you will be interested to join that early or that late in the day. I'll really would like to come at 7 a.m. starting a new series every day. Would love that. Okay. In fact, the conjunction series, we did it in the morning itself. Okay. How many of you are comfortable joining live streams in the morning? Can you just ping me in the comment that morning? Are you comfortable joining morning live streams? Okay. Meanwhile, I will read the next questions and I will come back to your responses. Okay. Next is Bhavani Shankar. Hello, sir. I have Venus, Mercury, and Rahu conjunction in the ninth house. What will be the I have Venus, Mercury, and Rahu conjunction in the ninth house, Leo, for Sagittarius ascendant. What are the results? When you have Rahu into the ninth house, I always feel that you have to work, you rely on your effort more than what you believe in. Okay. So you have to start believing things, is what I can see. Bhavani Shankar Panda. Ram Prasad Balaji, Venus and Rahu in Cancer sign for Scorpio ascendant. Okay, so it goes into the ninth house again. Okay, so it shows it will give you great result with respect to the travel. Okay, the non-living signification, remember, but you have to be, you have to observe your relationship with your father and gurus. Ram Prasad ji, how is your relationship with your father or your teachers? Please share. It will help me. Okay. Bishnu Priya Panda. Hello, sir. My Venus and Rahu is in Libra for Aries ascendant. Venus and Rahu in Libra, Aries ascendant. So it's into the seventh house. Uh, when you have Rahu into the seventh house in Libra, Libra is the sign of balance. So in a way, it channelizes the energy of Rahu. Rahu likes to go everywhere and he doesn't like rules. And Libra is the sign of balance. So in a way, it controls the Rahu energy. So it's a good placement with respect to the relationship, and it will also give you social status. Rahu will take care of your social status and career as well, because seventh house is 10th from the 10th, the Bhavat Bhavam of the 10th house. So it will help you in your career as well. Harsh Patel, hi sir, my Venus and Rahu moon is in Cancer in 11th house. What does it mean? I told you 11th house is an Upachaya house, and Rahu moon. Go and watch my Rahu moon video as well. And now Rahu Venus. Do you feel these signification with you? Please share with me. Abhishek Nathani, Rahu, Shani and Venus in the 12th house for Scorpio ascendant. So Rahu goes into the sign of Libra, where Saturn gets exalted, Rahu gets balanced, and Venus becomes in its own sign. Amazing placement. But the only, precaution you have to take is stay away from compulsive behavior. Stay away from the smoking. Okay, especially smoking. Okay. Next, Suman Abhishek Nathani, Rahu San, we talked about this. Sir, Rahu and Venus in the second house for Sagittarius ascendant. Kindly guide us. I am about to get married to this guy. Don't think about astrology if you're getting married. Marry him. Okay. When you're getting into a relationship, and if you love that person, I would recommend don't look for the relation, don't look for the astrology. Okay, just love them, open your heart, surrender yourself to God, and just marry them. Okay, and if you want to look the horoscope matching and all that, don't feel, uh, I always believe that if you are in a love, don't go for horoscope matchmaking. Okay, just accept what it comes and move on. Okay, so next is Vitalist vibes. I have Rahu Moon Libra tightly opposite Ketu. I'm confused on how to move forward with the ruler of my Rahu tightly conjunct Ketu. I'm learning. This series is so good. Yes, when you have Rahu and Ketu conjunct, see, the Lord of the Rahu and Ketu is the key to Rahu and Ketu, to understand Rahu and Ketu. Okay, we will make a video on a separate video on this, but a one line answer to you is focus on the Ketu area and try to work on that house. I'm This is specifically for you. Okay, next is Arun Bhaumik. I have Rahu in Rohini Nakshatra, Venus in Hasta Nakshatra. I'm Virgo ascendant, so will it be beneficial for me to gain huge gains or higher knowledge? Why not? Okay, D9 chart, 11th house Virgo. Cherry red, we are not talking about D9. I'm reading fast. I'm reading fast because today I forgot to charge the camera batteries. Okay, that's why I'm reading fast and I'm just looking at the batteries. Okay, so just be with me. What if I have Venus conjunct in the seventh house in Aries? Okay, we talked about the seventh house, Marian Bronner. When you have Rahu into the seventh house, it takes care of your social status, and it is also give good result with respect to your career. Moongiri, no, I forgot that. Uglesa Veselinovic, I hope I have pronounced it right. What if Venus Atmakaraka with Rahu, fourth house, both in Ashlesha, Moon in ninth, Darakaraka in Mulla Gandanta. Venus and Rahu into the fourth house makes you work towards your emotions, will give you great result with respect to home and real estate. You can earn a lot of real estate. Maybe you will have a bigger home yourself in which you're living right now, or you might inherit one, because Rahu and Venus into the fourth house shows the bigger homes. Like Rahu likes things out of like larger than life. Okay. So does the conjunction you talk about apply if the combination is in the Vamsha chart? No. Rahu in the sixth house aspects Sun, Venus 10th in Scorpio and Leo respectively. We are not talking about it here. Guys, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. So, Kemraj Persaud, thank you so much. I lost my properties and money with marriage and relationships. I have Venus and Rahu in Ardra in Gemini. I'm scared of relationships for the past 5 years. So whenever you want to get into a relationship, thoroughly analyze that person. Don't just jump into the relationship by getting impressed by one of the virtues of that person. Let's say that guy is intelligent guy, or that woman is beautiful woman. Don't just go behind that. Look at the nature of that woman, look at the nature of that person, and then only jump into that relationship. Okay, because Rahu is an illusion with your relationship. Be careful with it. Okay, next is Desai PT Cherry Red D chart means Navamsha chart. Okay. JP Pranam Venus Rahu Mars in 11th in Sagittarius sign. Amazing. Okay. When it is into the sign of Sagittarius, it shows that you have to work on your purpose. Ninth house or ninth sign is the sign of your purpose. So it shows you will focus on your purpose. You feel you have a special purpose in this lifetime, and you will always focus and follow that purpose with Sagittarius. Have you seen Sagittarius? Sagittarius is aiming at something. You know, it's an archer who is aiming at something. So Sagittarius people need some higher ideals to follow, to aim at. Sagittarius always aim high. They need that aim, otherwise they feel frustrated. Kamal Donga, don't forget to press the thumbs up. Yes, hit the like button if you're getting value with this video. I always keep telling this because we watch the video and forget to hit the like button. It happens with me as well when I watch other videos on YouTube. So first thing I do is I hit like the moment I like the video. Okay. Next is Kreshua Pok, Venus and Rahu in the sixth house in Hasta. Okay. When Venus and Rahu into the sixth house in Hasta, you must have the Virgo sign into the sixth house. So you become Aries ascendant. So Venus rules the second and the seventh house. Both are Maraka houses, getting into the sixth house of the obstacles, arguments. At the same time, it goes into the Virgo sign, which is about analysis and love. Analysis is the enemy of love. Okay, love. That's why they say love is blind. You simply love the person. The moment you start, thinking about it, whether should I marry that or whether should I do it or not, then things get trickier. Okay, but when it comes to Rahu and Venus, you have to do it. Okay, so you have to do it. So in a way, this is a very good combination. It will make you fearless, and it will give you great result with the relationship. The otherwise wayward energy of Rahu gets grounded into the earthy sign of Virgo. Rahu in the Virgo does great. I like Rahu in the Virgo or Rahu in the Gemini. These two are one of my favorite positions for Rahu. Kamal Monga, very interesting videos. Yes, thank you for appreciating this. I'm super grateful. Evrado, namaste. Namaste, Evrado A. Welcome to the stream. Rekha Upadhyay, Rahu Venus in the sixth house for Taurus ascendant. Goes into Libra. Again, a balance, air element will give you great result. Zita, Zita, Zita Romo. You will make a video of Venus, Rahu, Jupiter. I have that conjunction. No, for that you have to somehow see Rahu, Jupiter, and Rahu, Venus, and you have to create it on your own. Because I can create it, but I have to cover so many conjunctions before that. Okay, but it will come. Yes, we will cover how to determine the uh, three planetary conjunction. Or if you want to learn that, join me on my 33-day Vedic Astrology Bootcamp, wherein I have covered that how to look at the conjunctions with nakshatras in deep. Okay, you can always join that. It will help you. Ishita Roy, Rahu and Venus in the first house, Gemini ascendant, Rahu in Gemini in the first house. It shows energetic, youthful person. Forget about Venus in the first house, but Rahu in the first house itself will show a person who is extremely enthusiastic. Okay, and you will always be surrounded by youthful people. Okay, I think I have to. Okay, Now, next is 7 a.m. will be great. Morning not possible. Sorry, sir. Morning I have classes. Morning is great. Morning is okay. Morning streams are good. 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. or so. Okay, we'll think about it. I will take a poll on community tab. Just share your thoughts there. Would love to do it. I can take a couple of questions more. Thank you. Very interested about exact conjunction, Shatabishaki. Yes, really, you are the master of astro world with deep knowledge and expressing very confidently. Thank you, Shivdayal Tarejaji. I'm super grateful for your kind words. Kemraj pursued. I'm Libra Ascendant. I'm just looking for anything, any new question if I have missed anybody. David Solelu, Libra is controlled by Venus. Veday Sharma, Venus, Magar, Rahu, Uttarashada Nakshatra. Chi Ro, can you do videos on Rahu and Ketu aspecting planets? I don't think you need them. Conjunctions are enough. Go through planets through Rahu through houses, Rahu through signs, and the conjunction. That is enough for you. What means conjunct Rahu in the 8th house? Priyanka Parekh, Rahu Venus in Capricorn. Sir, Venus in the 7th house. Vedehi Sharma, sir, please consider mine. Venus, Maga, Rahu, Uttara Falguni, 1st house, Leo. Sun in Pusha with Mercury. Yes. I think we have discussed when you have Sun. In the Rahu Sun video, we have discussed this. When you have Rahu Sun conjunction. I think one more question. Venus Rahu 4th house exalted. We have covered that. Just go back to the stream. You will get that Venus Rahu in the 4th house. We have covered that. Sumatra Basek Rahu in the Venus Nakshatra in Aries Leo Ascendant. How will it be? How will it be? Neeta AK, can you talk about Rahu conjunct Venus in Ashlesha Nakshatra? We are going to talk about Nakshatra specific in a different series. Right now, we are talking about if we have any questions around conjunction of Rahu and Ketu. Kamal Nath, Kedarnath, Venus in the 4th house. So guys, yes, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join me on 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. Okay, it will help me. It will help you to understand it more. Okay, Rahu Venus in the 3rd house. We have discussed that already. Please answer, sir. Does the conjunction you talk about apply if we are? No, I told you we are not talking about D9 here. This IPT. Rahu aspect Venus in the 1st house. Okay. Do I have any questions? Okay, Krishna Patel ji. Hi sir, Venus, Rahu and Mercury in Aquarius. Aquarius Rashi, Gemini and Ascendant Libra. Venus, Rahu and Mercury in Aquarius. So it's into the 5th house, I suppose. Okay. So when it is into the 5th house of your horoscope, it shows that you have to be consistent. It shows you will have great capacities to have a creative pursuits in your life. You can be a extremely productive person when you're working on a creative project or an artistic project. If you have any hobby around the art, definitely follow it. And you have larger number of people connected with you from all walks of life. Like you have people who are having a different backgrounds, and they are still connected with you because they like you in some way or the other. Okay, for example, some people know me through YouTube, some people know me because of astrology, some people know me because of my love for cameras, some people know me because of my love for some other things, and they are connected. So I have different people connected with me. So similarly, when you have Aquarius impact on your chart with Venus, Mercury, or Rahu, it shows large number of people will connect to you with different connection or different associations with you. They will know you for different reasons and feel connected with you. In a way, it is good for uh, creative projects as well. Okay. Next, let me see if I have any question. Venus Rahu in second for Dhanu Lagna. Yeah, when you have Rahu into the earthy sign, it shows that it lacks that refinement in the mannerism. Okay, so but at the same time, it is good for the finances, because 10th house is the house of Capricorn, which is the finance house, the finance sign, and it's into the second house of finances. Okay, along with the significator of wealth, shows greater and abundant gains as well. Kartik Iyer, Mars, Mercury are in the 11th house. We are not talking about Mars and Mercury here. My Rahu and Sun is in Sagittarius. I think we have made a separate video on Rahu and Sun. You can go and watch that video. It will help you. Rahu, Sushri Sangita Mohanty. Rahu, Mercury, Venus in the 12th house. Rahu, Mercury, Venus in the 12th house. Rahu, Venus, Mercury in the 12th house. Stay away from the addictions if you have, or stay away from smoking, or stay away from unnecessary exhaustion of the energy, and take enough sleep. Pavitra Devi, Rahu, Venus, Moon in 11th house. Amazing, huge gains, and is capable of fulfilling all your materialistic dreams. Chirag Mehta, how Venus Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha behaves, not conjunct. We are not discussing it right here because Dasha is altogether a uh, different topic to analyze, because it has planets, their agendas, their lordships, and now how they are behaving. In this stream, we are just talking about Venus Rahu conjunction. Okay. Guys, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Kartik Iyer, Venus is in the 10th house of Libra. Mars and Mercury are in 11th house of Scorpio. How to remove ill effect of the in the horoscope? We are not talking about it. Do you have any question around Rahu Venus? Rahu Sun conjunction in the 9th house. We have already made a separate video, Prithvi Deviji. What about marriages for these conjunction? Check out the 7th Lord and see what's happening in with that. Krishna Patel, thank you so much. So accurate. Currently, I'm pursuing writing in film line. Amazing. So keep doing that. Those creative pursuits will help you to bring out the self. It will help you to bring out, put in your heart into that work, and it will give you great success. Sapiosexuals, the learning minds. Hi, could you please share what could be the change in the case if Saturn is also in the same house? Rahu, Venus, Saturn in the 5th house. When you have Rahu in the 5th house, consistency becomes the key. When you have Saturn in the 5th house, it delays the relationship. When you have Venus in the 5th house, it gives great result with the creative pursuits. I think it will help you. Life is too short. Rahu Venus in the second house, Aries ascendant. Please, Venus in the second Rashi of Taurus, and now it is conjunct with Rahu. It shows steadfast relationship. It shows that you will always stand up for your relationship. You are ready to work on your relationship. Pavitra Devi, one last question, sir. Rahu and Sun in the ninth house. I told you, Pavitra Devi ji, I have made a separate video on Rahu's Sun. You can go and watch that video. Okay, that will give you a more deep insight into it. Okay. Next question is, let me go up and see if I can answer any of these questions. Some of you are deleting the questions just after I'm answering it. I'm not able to find them. Yes. My Karthik Iyer, my Rahu is in the nakshatra of Purvashada, which is ruled by Venus. How does this function? It functions at altogether a different level, because when we are judging a planet through nakshatra, first thing we look at the not the planet is it is ruling. We look at the deity of the planet, deity of the nakshatra. Then we look at the pada of that nakshatra, in which pada it is, who is the ruler of that pada, and what kind of pada it is. All these things we have to analyze, then only we will be able to answer and interpret the nodes through nakshatra. Mm, do I have any question? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anyone's question here? Yes. Anastasia, thank you. Very interesting. What about exact conjunction in Shatabhishak Aquarius? Yes, we read this. Okay, so guys, do you have any final questions? Please share them. Would love to answer them. I'm just going through the questions if I have missed anything. Okay, Kishan Venki, I miss your question. Apologies. Venus 27 degrees, Mercury 16 degrees in the 7th house in Pisces with no aspect of any planet and no planet in Ascendant. It creates Nichbanga because of the debilitation and exaltation in Pisces. Okay. Voice of Atrim. Will I get fame if Rahu Venus Mercury is in the 10th house in Leo sign? You will get recognition in your work for sure. What kind of work do you do? At what time you will get fame, if any, depends upon dasha. Go and check your dasha. But as a static potential, so many planets into the 10th house will most definitely give you recognition in your sphere of influence. You will be respected in your field of influence. Abhimanyu Malik, what is the effect of Rahu aspecting Venus in the first house? Venus is in the first house. Aspects are milder influence as against the conjunction. Okay, always remember this. Karthika, okay, thanks. You give good readings. Awesome at such a young age. Thank you, Karthika Ji.